I don't smoke, but I got fire in my lungs. Spit my thoughts and it burn down the drums. But they call love's an ideal in a song. Most of us don't know how to see how it's done. We go to war with our feelings for funds. We fight their wars in the city to have lunch. I know a bunch of history makers of lost hope. You know too much, you either invade or die broke. I mean, that's what the power fold. Want you to believe when you scroll your phone. But when the TV's on, the civilization is the longest episode of the Twilight Zone. I mean, that's what the power fold. Want you to believe when you scroll your phone. But when the TV's on, the civilization is the longest episode of the Twilight Zone.
Grandma prays for better days, we felt the rain. The rain to the snow and the snow turned into frozen pain. The money done changed, you know I feel remains the same. Grandma prays for better days, we felt the rain. The rain to the snow and the snow turned into frozen pain.
Wow. Turn me up, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up, turn me up. I don't sight when the sun's up. The soul light I require is God's love. I wake up, work hard, and I cake up. Committed, I do not believe in good or bad luck. Infatuated with cold like daily ice tubs. Darkness come and go, I hit it with a shrug. I'm too proud to let sadness make my heart bleed. I'm too loud for you to find out when my heart weeps. I'm too hurt to let kindness make my heart beat. It's enough when your body is in arm's reach. Insecurities run deep like an old tree. Can't sleep, all of my seeds grow too slowly. I'm too hurt to let your love make my heart beat. It's enough when your body is in arm's reach.
Grandma prays for better days, we felt the pain. The rain to the snow and the snow turned into frozen pain. Wow. The money done changed, you know I feel remains the same. Grandma prays for better days, we felt the rain. The rain to the snow and the snow turned into frozen pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the feature presentation here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Angelstone in week 2. Week 2 it is already. We're moving right along in the season. We've already gone through 4 weeks over at Caledon, and this is our 6th week of competition at Angelstone Events. This is the Stewart's Equipment Cup, the $25,000 Grand Prix. Welcome to all of you joining us from around the world to watch this great class here tonight. We're looking at a 6:15 start time. 6:15 it is. We'll be seeing we have about 10 horses here to compete here tonight. And we'll be bringing in our VIPs into the ring fairly soon for honoring our Great Pony Challenge competitors. They were off competing in the Capote ring this afternoon. They had the costumes out. They are in a fine style. So many great scores posted and a lot of big smiles out there, not only for the kids, but also for the parents and the trainers and everybody watching them online today on the live stream. It was great to see them having such a great time, and we'll be bringing them in just a few minutes' time. Tonight's course is a 2-round competition. First round, of course, you got to jump clear, keep all the rails up. If you happen to knock up rails down, it's 4 faults will be assessed, as well as time penalties if you go over the time allowed. So we'll have to keep an eye on the clock there as well. And of course, 4 faults for refusal. If you pass through on a clear round, we'll be heading on to the jump-off round, where it's the speed is the name of the game. So in the jump-off round, we'll be having a heated competition with a subset and a shorter course. And the winner, the fastest time, the clear round, will climb the podium here tonight in the $25,000 Stewart's Equipment Cup. Good evening and welcome to the Stewart's Equipment Cup $25,000 Grand Prix here at Angelstone Tournaments. We have an exciting evening of world-class show jumping ahead of us here in the stadium. Before we begin tonight's feature presentation, let's celebrate some outstanding achievements from this afternoon's Great Pony Challenge in the Capote ring. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to honor our Great Pony Challenge team. They were absolutely incredible here today. They're in the ring and joined with CEO of Angelstone there, Kian White, And we'd like to welcome our winning team there. Once Upon a Time SS Disney Princesses, Penelope Morasuti and Alexa Wang. Both of them rode small ponies here today, and they're wearing their costumes there. One pink, one blue. Congratulations to Penelope and Alexa. They were amazing here today. So much fun, as I said, was over to be had in that ring today, and all the ponies looked absolutely incredible. And you know, the season's been moving quite further along right now. We're already in the 6th week right there. And the ponies have been getting better and better every single week. And that was your winning team there. Once Upon a Time, SF Disney Princesses, Penelope Morasuti and Miss Alexa Wang. We'd also like to honor our individual champion, Lexi Dodson. She was amazing there today. If we look through the scores that were posted, her score was absolutely incredible there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to turn your attention to the ring right now for a feature presentation for the Zara Memorial Trophy presentation. What an annual event it has been, and great trophy donated here by Kim Gurton. She has generously donated this trophy in memory of a young equestrian who sadly lost her life at the age of 14 years old due to a tragic accident. Zara Buren was, according to friends and family, a ray of sunshine. She is remembered for taking meticulous care of her horse and was always impeccably turned out. Zara has a great sense of inspiration to those around her and was a positive toward her friends' potential and instilled confidence in them. She was an excellent role model. All right, folks, we are almost set to go right here. Looking at, we have about 10 minutes time right now, 10 minutes time before we see our first horse in the ring right here tonight. We're going to be putting up in just a moment the list of competitors here tonight in the $25,000 Stewart's Equipment Cup. Tonight's competition is overseen by our distinguished jumper jury, Jennifer Deneve and Christine Rupke, both Level 1 FEI judges from Ontario. Thank you both for your expertise and dedication to our sport. In the BFL Stadium this evening, we're privileged to have FEI Level 3 course designer Anna Catalina Katsi Cruz. Over the past 2 decades, Katsi has made remarkable contributions to our sport, designing international courses across North America, from Wellington, Florida to Saugerties, New York, Traverse City, Michigan, and venues throughout Kentucky and California. Her technical expertise and creative eye promise to provide the ultimate test for tonight's competitors. We're incredibly proud to welcome Stewart's Equipment as the presenting sponsor of tonight's Grand Prix. Located just down the road from Angelstone Events, Stewart's Equipment has been serving our community with unwavering integrity and excellence for many years. Whether you're a farmer, contractor, landscaper, or simply someone who values dependable equipment, Stewart's is your trusted local partner. As a proud Kubota dealer, Stewart's Equipment shares Kubota's equipment to reliable quality and innovation, ensuring that every piece of equipment you purchase is not only top tier, but also backed by people who live and work right here in the community. So thank you so much for Stewart's Equipment. If you're interested on getting prices or availability for any of those beautiful orange tractors you see around the property that are proudly supported by Kubota and Stewart's, you know where to go. They're just down the road from us, and they'd be happy to help you out. All right, folks, we look down the start order right now. It looks like we have 10 competitors here tonight with a start time coming in 5 minutes' time. The competitors are off warming up right now in the warm-up ring, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes' time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost set for showtime right here in the 6:15 start for the Stewart's Equipment $25,000 Grand Prix. At this time, if you would all please stand and remove your headwear for of the Canadian National Anthem. We are all set to go right here with our first horse in the ring here in the Stewart's Equipment Grand Prix. The first to join us here, a few rides he's got here tonight. He's got a number entered into this class, so he's got a good crack at it. He's got one right here. This is Deputy Brimbel's Z and Jan Kendall. This is a 10-year-old Zangershai gelding by the legendary Darko, bred in France. Time allowed here set at 83 seconds. Gotta stay under the time allowed to pass through to the jump-off round. Just a reminder, it's 2-round format. Round 1, you gotta leave all the fences up. The rail comes down, you'll be assessed a penalty of 4 faults. If you stop, also a penalty of 4. And we'll be assessing time faults for anyone going over 83 seconds. Let's cheer them on. We'll see how many we can pass through from round 1 into round 2. This is your first up, Jan Kendall and Deputy Brimbel Z. Coming through the line there, a rail coming down for Jan Kendall. Very close, but that rail will keep them out there. 4 faults in 82.10. First through to go, and on to our next horse right here. Next up in the ring, we've got Kylie Whitwell riding Kyoto du Gibet. They're taking on tonight's challenge. And this is a 12-year-old warm blood mare by Kiwi du Gibet, fresh off a 5th place finish in last week's Meter 30 Junior Amateur Classic. This pair is ready to step up to the Grand Prix level. Kylie Whitwell and Kyoto du Gibet. through the line there, and we got a total of 14 faults there. 14 faults for Kylie Whitwell and Kyoto DJB. They started a little bit rough on that first fence there, and it was hard to pull it all together through that round, and ended up there with 14 faults. Moving on to our next competitor right now. This is Ashlyn Trevelyan. She's piloting the 9-year-old Dutch warmblood gelding Landler C, owned by Cheryl Ann Schatz. This dynamic duo won last week's Modified Grand Prix and currently holds third position in our Modified Grand Prix circuit standings. Ashlyn Trevelyan and Landler C. Oh, that's our first clear on to the jump-off round. Ashlyn Trevelyan and Landler C. She has been on such a hot streak lately, and the sun's out and the rails are staying up. Lovely ride there for Ashlyn Trevelyan. That's your first on to the jump-off round. Great riding there for that amazing amateur rider. Always great to see her doing well at the parks. All right, folks, this is a guy to watch as well. With this horse, he's been really stunning with this animal lately. It seems to like jumping. Seems Gillum and Devil's Decision Z. This is a 9-year-old Diamant de Semilly gelding, bred in Belgium and owned by G&G Sport Horses Limited, with 2 second-place finishes in Modified Grand Prix events. This pair leads the Modified Grand Prix leaderboard. James Gillum and Devil's Decision Z. Back-to-back clear rounds. The good times keep coming for James Gillum and that lovely horse, Devil's Decision Z. He's having great success with a new partner there, and wow, that was, and that is back-to-back clears. That's what we like to see, keeping the rails up. And I tell you, this next one is one to watch. She may not have the years and experience that those other riders have, but she has something else in her corner, and it's called Corner Pocket Z. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Matilda Kendall. You know, folks, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Matilda is a teenage daughter of Olympian Jan Kendall. She's riding Corner Pocket Z tonight. This is a 13-year-old Zangerscheid gelding owned by the Z Group. This young talent won both last week's modified Grand Prix and Grand Prix in Caledon events in early June. Watch Tremel and Corner Pocket. Back to back to back. That's how we do it here. The sun is shining for Matilda Kendall, Corner Pocket Z. This young lady can do no wrong. Racking up the clear rounds here and backing up the trucks to get some prize money. That is not such a bad way to start a career off as a teenager. You know, I was trying to think what I was doing at her age, and it definitely wasn't jumping clear rounds in the big stadium here at Angelstone. Lovely ride in there from Matilda Kendall. That's your third on through to the jump-off round. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was such an eventful day of show jumping this week. You know, we had a great Hunter Derby where we had back-to-back lead changes through the afternoon. It was absolutely incredible to watch. We were streaming that yesterday. Today, all of our attention was turned over to the Kubota ring, where we had hundreds and hundreds of spectators out there, including trainers, parents, pony moms, pony dads, and the whole family's there cheering on the kids in the pony ring. It was a battle between the small, mediums, and larges there today, and what a great day it was for a major event there in the Hunter ring. They look forward to it all season long for the Great Pony Challenge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is all warmed up right now and set to go. This is his second mount of the afternoon. He's a busy man. Let's cheer him on. Jan Kendall and Connie. This is an 11-year-old mare owned by Kamagadek. This formidable partnership currently sits 7 overall in our Grand Prix standings this season. They've been consistently earning prize money and finished an impressive 5th in last week's Grand Prix at the Aaron Welcome. This is Jan Kendall and Connie 409. Like father, like daughter, she's got a hell of a role model and a coach in Dad, Jan Kendall. He gets it done there, and he is going to be putting the heat on Matilda there. And just in this coming up in this jump-off round, it's going to be great to see them face off there. Jan is our next to make it through to the jump-off, a total of 4 riders through so far. Next up in the ring is a great young rider. We've been following her career for quite some time. She's been traveling all over the United States, and we find her back here. She is from Caledon. This is Shannon Knox, and she's competing tonight aboard her own Ventura Z. This is a 10-year-old Zangersire gelding, another talented U25 rider to watch tonight. Let's cheer her on. Up and over the final fence there, that was Shannon Knoxon and Ventura Z. And that is a powerful animal right there. And what a nice horse. He deserves a nice big pet there from Shannon. 72.61 on the clock. They fall just a little bit tight there in that first rail coming down. They'll finish up with 2 rails. And moving on to our next horse here. We've got Christian Hillier here aboard Quintessential WF. Christian and Valley, Ontario, and she is aboard a 13-year-old Canadian-bred Hanoverian mare owned by Nancy Mulholland. This consistent partnership has been regularly in the ribbons throughout the Grand Prix and Open divisions this season here at Angelstone. Christian Hillier and Quintessential WF. A very nice recovery after a bit of a stumble crossing across the VIP tent there for Christian Hillier. You know, it's really hard when you happen to miss that spot and clip or jump. She recovered very nice by circling back over and presenting the rest of the course in a very nice way for Quintessential to finish up nice and strong there. But yeah, just a little misstep as she passed across the VIP tent. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set back for action here. This is Elliot Stone, and he's riding his own Montana, hailing from Toronto. And this is an 8-year-old Dutch warmblood mare. I tell you, this combination is absolutely on fire. They won last week's Grand Prix and currently lead our Grand Prix circuit standings. The team to beat tonight, Elliot Stone and Montana. A nice big finish through the line there, and Elliot's got to be proud of that young horse. Only just ascending right now into the Grand Prix ranks, and like I said, it's currently leading in the Grand Prix standings here through a number of events, and Elliot has some skill in the saddle. He's got to manage that horse, and the horse has so much energy. It's always itching to go to the jumps, and Elliot's got to package it up very nicely. Unfortunately, Montana just clips the rail there, and that will hold them out of the jump-off round for the relief of all the others who are currently sitting in the jump-off round right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next competitor here in the ring. And by all counts, he has been a busy man here tonight. This is Jan Kendall. He's riding Veritas to close out our field. This is an 11-year-old Dutch warm blood gelding by Verdi, and owned and bred by Sarah Cross. Fresh off their victory in last week's open welcome at the Aaron Welcome, this pair has been consistently in the ribbons throughout the open division all season long. This is Jan Kendall and Veritas, our final competitor here in round one in the Stewart's Equipment $25,000 Grand Prix. So we got a great Kubota ring crew in there to make some adjustments there to the course here. And Jan will take a bit of a pause on Veritas while they reset there on the course. So that looks like it'll be it there for round one right here. And that means that we're going to take a little bit of a break in the action right now. And we'll get set to build the course here and shorten things up just a little bit for our exciting conclusion in round two. The jump off round is coming up next. And I'll bring up, for those of you watching online, we'll bring up our jump off competitors here in just a moment. So we look to the jump-off qualifiers right here. The first horse we're going to see is Connie 409. They led us out there with a very strong ride with Jan Kendall. Be following that with a young lady who's been having great success these past few weeks, but also really a trending line since last year. Of course, she'd been competing here for many years, but she's just been having great success on Landler C. This could be her night here to climb the podium. It'd be great to see her, as well as James Gillum. Consistency is the name of the game with James. So many clear rounds with Devil's Decision Z so far this season. And of course, you've got to watch Matilda Kendall. She is going to be riding Corner Pocket Z, and she is one of Canada's absolute phenoms. We've been watching her career eagerly since she was in the pony jumpers, and now she's in the big ring, and she just keeps getting better every single week, of course, under the tutelage of her accomplished Olympian father, Jan Kendall. So she'll be facing off with Father Jan there tonight, And of course, we've got Ashlyn and James in the mix too. 4 cracks at it, only 3 will climb the podium here tonight in the $25,000 Stewart's Equipment Grand Prix. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We've got our course set right now, and it is going to be a great conclusion to this great afternoon of show jumping here. We've got 4 qualifiers here to set the course for the short course here. This is going to be Jan Kendall and Ashlyn Trevelyan, James Gillam and Matilda Kendall. There is only 3 spots on the podium and 4 in the jump off, so we'll see who is left standing on the ground. And we'll be back right here. We've got everybody warming up in the hitching ring. I'll be sending our first horse in just a moment's time. We, of course, like to acknowledge our great sponsorship of Kubota and Stewart's Equipment. As their presenting sponsor of tonight's Grand Prix, they are located just down the road from Angelstone Events. Stewart's Equipment has been serving our community with unwavering integrity and excellence for many years. Whether you're a farmer, contractor, landscaper, or simply someone who values dependable equipment, Stewart's is your trusted local partner. As a proud Kubota dealer, Stewart's Equipment shares Kubota's commitment to reliable quality and innovation, ensuring that every piece of equipment you purchase is not only top tier, but also backed by people who live and work right here in the community. And speaking of the community, they are just down the road. They are only about 5 minutes away. So if you've been around the property like we have over the years, you've seen the amount of orange Kubotas that are here that make this place hum. We couldn't do it without Kubota and Stewart's, and we're happy to have them on as our presenting sponsor here in the $25,000 Grand Prix here in week 2 at Angelstone. And we'll also be looking forward to heading down the highway over to the Caledon Equestrian Park in July. It's only a couple weeks away from Nations Cup week. And we'll be welcoming the world to Caledon for equestrian sport. And we are set to go right now with our first enter the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a horse loaded up right here, and it is Ashlyn Trevelyan. She is aboard Landler C. Like I said, she's been having a tremendous amount of success this season with this horse, and she is all set to go. Wonderful riding there. That's your first double clear round to get us going here in the jump off here, and that's going to be a tough time. She did not leave a lot of time on the clock there. 36:71 is your new reference time. That's going to be the one to beat. That's going to be a tough one. I did with Ashlyn Trevelyan and Landler C. You know, folks, it's always hard being the first to go in a jump-off round because you don't quite know how fast to push it in terms of risk and reward, and I think Ashlyn struck that perfect balance right there. 36:71 was very, very fast, so we'll have to see how much heat felt by the other competitors. I know that there's a very, very quick young lady back in the hitching ring, and if it has it her way, she will try to shave a few seconds off that time. We'll see how things go here with 3 left to go. All right, fresh off a nice little warm-up round, he struts in there, and Devil's Decision Z is having a little look around right here, and what a beautiful looking horse right here, poised, strong, powerful, and in complete command by James Gillum, and he knows what he needs to get done right here, and that is be faster than 36.71. Like I said, he's been having so many great results here over the past few weeks. We'll see if he can keep it going. He's aiming for another double clear round and trying to put the heat on Ashland Trevelyan, who's holding on top with Landler C with a time of 36.71. This is James Gillum and Devil's Decision Z. Lovely ride there, but A coming down in the combination, and just a light touch there will bring the rail and bring James down to the order there, and we'll see if that's going to be enough to hold for a position on the podium. But nonetheless, he's been riding awesome lately and racking up so many clear rounds and just narrowly misses the mark here in the jump-off round. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we currently are holding on top with that. Was lights out there with Landler C posting an incredible time there. Matilda Kendall's been warm. Father Jan back there in the hitching ring, and that horse looks nice and set to go here. Very relaxed, and looks like the task ahead is in front of her. She knows what she needs to get done right here. Let's cheer her on. This is teenage phenom Matilda Kendall, for sure the future of sport here in Canada, and her career is just ascending right here, and we are going to be cheering her on to see if she can post another double clear round with this great horse, Corner Pocket Z. Well, you know, folks, when you are just ascending with your career, It's great because the easy route is to take it very conservatively, and that is not what Matilda did. Matilda Kendall riding to win right there, and she had an absolute incredible time there, and unfortunately just missed the mark there in round 2. And we're moving on to our final competitor right now. So we're going to get things set in the ring. We currently have a leading time here of 36:71 there on the clock. We have Jan Kendall in the ring right now as our final competitor. Tonight, Jan is riding Connie 409. He's had a few cracks at it right here, and this is the best of them so far here tonight. And he would love to be the one to climb the podium here. He's done it so many times here over the last 15 years at Angelstone. Let's cheer him on, Canadian Olympian Jan Kendall and Connie 409. Through the final line there, 4 faults and a time of 37:80 right there for Jan Kendall. And that is going to be the fastest of the 4. So that means that he's guaranteed a spot on the podium there, and that will slide him into the second place position above James Gillum. So it looks like we're going to have Ashlyn, Jan, and James climbing the podium there tonight. I tell you, it could have easily been young Matilda. She had by far the fastest time through the first half of the course, and just having a bit of an issue. That's not the first horse that had a bit of an issue coming across in front of the VIP there tonight. We had another bit of a stop there in round 1. So it's a bit of a tight turn for her. She was trying to race home for that leading time, and you know, when you're a young rider, you learn from all of your ring experiences, and what a career she's having so far. It won't be her night to climb the podium, but it'll be great to welcome Ashlyn and the gang back in here, and we'll be honoring her and Landler C as your winners here tonight in the 25,000 Stewart's Equipment Grand Prix. All right, folks, we'll just get set home, and we'll be back with you for presentations in just a few minutes' time. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we honored our Great Pony Challenge winners earlier today. And I got to tell you, folks, we definitely need to send a very heartfelt thank you out to a wonderful woman who's been an integral part of our events for so many years, Miss Sheila Johnstone, who is our lead presenter here at Aiden for both venues. Sheila, this was her busiest day, absolutely. The effort that she puts in week to week to week with the ribbons, the presentations, the sponsors, the trophies, and especially the competitors and mostly the kids. We very much thank Sheila for everything that she does on the property. Folks, put your hands together for Sheila, who will be coming in a moment for our presentation ceremony. We'd also like to say a welcome to those of you who have joined us from around the world as well to watch this Grand Prix, including the none other than John Taylor. JT, we miss you a lot. I know that your recovery's been going very well. We look forward to seeing you back at Caledon very, very soon. JT has just been off for a little while, and we look forward to having him back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're thrilled to welcome Jeff Stewart, who joins us tonight representing our generous sponsor, Stewart's Equipment. Jeff represents the dedicated team behind this family, owned and operated. Thank you, Stewart's Equipment, for your ongoing support of our events and our entire community. Your partnership is invaluable in keeping our grounds running smoothly here at Angelstone, and we're honored to have you as part of the Angelstone family. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Stewart, Stewart's Equipment, here to present our ribbons to our winners here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to award our winners in 8th, Christian Hillier and Quintessential WF. 7th place award's going to go to Channing Noxon and Ventura Z. And now we are set to present our top 6. Welcome to the winner's circle, Mr. Jan Kendall. He was aboard Dep de Brimbel's Z.
Oh, by the way, I didn't want to get it before I come out.
Jan was a very busy man here tonight. He was riding 3 in it, and great performance with him tonight, just narrowly missing the mark, the fastest of the 4s with Connie 409, but collecting the 6th place ribbon with Dep de Brimbel Z is also a great part of the action here. Just a rail keeping me out of the jump off here tonight with Jan Kendall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome in 5th to the winner's circle, Mr. Elliot Stone from Toronto. He was aboard Montana, and a great ride for him. He was been absolutely lights out these past few weeks, and I know the other competitors were quite happy to see him take a rail in round 1, but it's not a lot of rails he's had all this season with Montana. That's definitely one to be following all season long. Elliot Stone and Montana, your 5th place winner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the young lady who is absolutely burning up the course there and putting the heat on the other competitors in 4th. Please welcome to a winner's circle, young Matilda Kendall and Corner Pocket Z. As I said, Matilda was absolutely on fire there through round 1 and halfway through the jump-off round, pushing the limits with that beautiful and quick, talented horse. And I tell you, had she made that fence, she definitely would have been challenging for top spot. Matilda Kendall and Corner Pocket Z. All right, folks, let's turn our attention now over to the podium and welcome our presenting sponsors, including Sheila Johnstone and friends from Stewart's Equipment, to the podium for the presentation ceremonies. We also have AJ McCoy, Kean White, and Penelope White joining us as well for podium presentations, and I'll now ask our riders to dismount and approach the podium. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to present our top three, and we'll welcome them to the podium to take their position in their spots. And we will honor them here today. It is not easy to get up there and climb that podium. There's a lot of dedication and work that has to happen all season long. And these three riders are absolute testament examples of diligence and commitment to the sport. Let's welcome up an experienced veteran. It's so good to see him climb up there tonight. James Gillum and Devil's Decision Z. Getting it done tonight. Wonderful riding there for James. He's been absolutely consistent these past few weeks, and he is absolutely ascending there with Devil's Decision Z. A great partnership in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the second place position on the podium, Canadian Olympian, Mr. Ian Kendall, in second there with Connie 409. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Yes Young Lady's time to shine. Put your hands together for this young lady who rode absolutely lights out here tonight. This is Ashlyn Trevelyan and Landler C. You know, we've been following her career for the past 15 years over at Angelstone, and we've shared so many memories with Ashlyn, and it's just great to see her collecting that top prize there tonight. As the winner here tonight in the $25,000 Stewart's Equipment Grand Prix. Not only is she an incredible rider, but she's also one of the GTA's unbelievably best real estate agents. She's got a great brokerage up there and sells a lot of great houses, including some amazing farms. Ashlyn Trevelyan, your winner here tonight in the $25,000 Stewart's Equipment Grand Prix. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise to honor our winner here tonight from Canada, Ashlyn Trevelyan, for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. All right, lovely to honor here tonight. And how about a little bit of a bubbly? And Ashlyn got a little bit surprised there. Please, someone give her a bottle. At least she can help spray somebody down. Everybody runs for cover. And that just means a little bit more for Ashlyn to enjoy right there. I know that Ashlyn, James, and Jan have been competing side by side for so many years, so it's great to be all up there on the podium, all old friends and great equestrians and equestrian talents. Those are your winners there tonight. And the dry cleaning bill is always an easy expense to cover, especially when you've got your share of a $25,000 prize. Lovely ride in there for Ashlyn Trevelyan here tonight. She was the only double clear, and I tell you, her time was fast enough. Had there been 4 clear, she probably would have been on top anyways. She went first, and she set the pace, and she put the heat on everybody else. If she didn't put up that fast time, you can be guaranteed you would have had more double clear rounds, but it is her night to shine here tonight. That beautiful Stewart's Equipment cooler draping Landler C right there, that's going to be one to be handed up with pride in the stables. Let's gallop them off right here. Here are your winners: Ashlyn Trevelyan, Jan Kendall, James Gillum, and Matilda Kendall. Let's cheer them on as they go for a little lap of victory.
I'm falling off again.
Great riding for all of our competitors there tonight. Don't forget to join us here. We're going to be streaming very early tomorrow morning with an 8 o'clock start time. We'll be seeing the Junior Amateur Classics, 3 of them, heading in tomorrow. More in the meter 10, meter 20, meter 30, starting around 8 o'clock there in the morning. For those of you who want to join us for this great Junior Amateur Classic action there back in the stadium, we'll be seeing the meter 10s at 8 o'clock. The meter 20s at 9, and the meter 30s in at 10 o'clock. Don't forget also, we are looking forward into the season. We're wrapping up our 6 week of competition right here at Angelstone. We'll be looking forward to welcoming everyone back to Caledon. We'll take a week off in between to prepare and set that venue, and we'll be itching to go to welcome the world to Caledon for the top tier equestrian sport. The incredible venue is going to be set for the Nations Cup and 3-star competition. Those 2 weeks in July are going to be hot tickets. Tickets are available for reserved seating there through the Angelstone app that's available there to download at the App Store, and of course online at angelstone.ca. We'll also be having tickets on sale right now for reserved seating and VIP options there for the upcoming August events there, where it's August at Angelstone, with a return of 5-star show jumping. And we'll be welcoming some of the world's top riders for Major League show jumping. And it will be our pleasure to welcome the world back to Erin. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for the 3 Junior Amateur Classics there, getting all started at 8 a.m.